Hi guys, so we're here today and we're going to show you how to clean and cook a Dungeness crab. We were out crabbing this morning. We got 3 of these guys, which are nice big males, and you can tell they're a male because they've got this sort of point down the middle of their stomach. If it was a female, it would have a much more rounded point there on the stomach, so we know that's a male. And this is also where we're going to want to crack down the middle to clean the crab. So we're going to sort of smack it down the middle there and then break the legs off. A lot of people will cook their crabs whole and just throw the entire thing into the pot, which you can do, but it means you're cooking it with all of its insides, all of the guts, which is kind of gross. You're going to get those brown bubbly bubbles on the top of your water. That's kind of disgusting. So we've got our crab, and what you want to do is just find a nice sharp point that you can crack it on. So we've got this one that's going to be here, and we're just going to smack them on the middle there, break that down, and then we'll show you how to pop the legs out. Seems kind of gruesome, but it's nice and quick and over with. Grab around the legs and that just pops right out super easily. Same thing on the other side. The legs and the whole side just kind of break down the middle and it pops out. You can see that you're avoiding cooking all those kind of guts and gross things that would be kind of bubbling in with your crab and getting in your crab meat. So that's why I always like to clean it first, and you can just toss that out back into the ocean. You'll still see that there's still these little bits that are left on there. That's actually their lungs. So you do want to rip all those pieces off as well. And any kind of little gut pieces that are still left in there, you can just get out. And now you can see that's nothing but nice clean meat that's left over that we can put into the pot there. So that one's done. We're going to do our other side there. Same thing with the lungs. Those just pull right off. Guts are good. That's a nice clean looking crab that we can throw into the pot. So let's head upstairs and we'll show you how to cook them. Alright guys, so we've got our crab that we've cleaned down there at the beach, and as we showed you down there, you can see it's just a nice clean white meat in there now without any of the guts. So we're just going to throw these halves into the boiling water. One thing, if you're researching online on how long to cook crab for, it really depends if you've cleaned them or not. If it has the shell on, you'll probably see a lot of recommendations for 15 to 20 minutes or so. Once you've cleaned them like this and they're in halves, you only want to cook them for about 10 to 12. It takes a lot less. So we've got our pot of boiling water. We've added a little bit of salt in there just for seasoning, and we're going to throw these in for 10 to 12 minutes. Once they're in there, you just want to make sure they're fully submerged in the water. We're going to set our timer. We'll put it in the middle for 11 minutes, and we'll come back and check on those. Okay, that's been 11 minutes there. So we kind of put it in the middle for the 11 minutes. We'll turn that off. All we're going to do now is cool these down, run some cold water over them, probably let them sit for about 15 or 20 minutes or so just to chill off before we start cracking them. So we'll dump out the hot water. Let's get those cooling down. You can see now it's kind of, once it's cooked, it's gone that nice orange color that you kind of get on there for the cooked crab shells. So that's sort of a bit of an indication. When it's cooked, it goes orange pretty quick, but that's what you want to look like when it's coming out. Alright, so you don't want to leave it too long in there that they're going to get soggy, but we'll probably leave it for about 10 minutes or so just so it can cool down, and we'll show you how we're going to start cracking them. Okay, so we've got our crab now that's cooked and is cooled down, and now we're going to show you how to crack it and get the meat out. So what you want to do is kind of break the body somewhere down the middle. I usually like to do it in the middle first so that we can break that down. So we're just going to put your finger and thumb in there and break that open. And you can see that kind of splits up the body. And then you just want to keep breaking it down off that as well. So we'll take the bigger piece there. And as you can see, this is the sort of cartilage, the hard part of the body that's in there. And you want to start peeling that off so you can get into the meat. So that's actually all cartilage that will just pop off there. And you can sort of tell the fleshy material. Sometimes it can be hard to tell the two apart, but if you find a piece, you can grab a hold of that and just kind of slowly pull that out. And that's the meat that you're getting out of the crab shell there. So we'll put that to the side. Again, just going through, breaking off all of the hard cartilage that's kind of hidden in there. And if you grab the meat part as well and kind of work your fingers in there, that whole piece should just come out. And that's a nice big piece of body meat that you've got coming off of there. So that's how you get it out of the body. Now we'll show you the legs. This part's kind of optional for people. There's not a ton in there, but some people like to go in and get all the crab out. We do as well, just because we need it. But that's the kind of the main piece that you want there in the leg. And so the easiest thing to do first is to pull this back and slide this all the way out. And that's going to take this sort of long cartilage piece that's in there out of there. And this piece will come out a lot easier now. You'll need your crackers for this part, unless you want to get really messy and got strong hands. And just sort of start cracking that open a bit. And then you should be able to get your fingers in there. And ideally you want to keep that shell or the inside part of the crab leg whole. So you want to kind of get it to where you've got that much that you can grab. And then again, just really kind of gently, and sometimes you got to wiggle it. Take that out, and now you've got a nice perfect crab leg that's come out of there. The claw is a little bit different, but pretty similar. So same thing, we'll get this part out of the body there. Make sure we get all that good body meat out. And then same thing, it's got two parts here. So your main parts that you want to get your meat from are the claw there, as well as there, and you can go into that middle knuckle, and there's a nice little piece in there too. So again, if you start breaking that apart and slowly sliding that out, sometimes you get lucky and the whole thing will just slide off there. And as you can see, that's fully empty now. And so for here, you just want to pull that back. It does still have those two cartilage bits in the middle, so you just got to pull that gently together, and now you've got your nice bit of claw meat there too. For the end piece, pull off the top part of the claw, so the part that moves, the bottom piece is stationary. So that top part is the part that wiggles. So if you snap that back, again, you should just be able to slide off that with a piece of cartilage that's going to come out. And now you can crack open this claw piece. And once you do that, and do that delicately, then you can get those nice big sort of pieces of the claw that are there too. And we'll just do a little crack on the knuckle and get that last piece out there. I find these nice colorful pieces in the claw have a lot of flavor too compared to the legs and some of the other pieces as well. So I always like to take the effort to get those out as well. So you can see there, that's from one leg and one claw that we've got out from our crab meat. And we won't show you doing all three crabs, but that's the idea of how you're going to clean a crab once it's cooked. Hope you enjoyed. Enjoy your Dungeness crab. It's delicious.